What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Travis Bailey here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about mindset, setting your intentions, and how to deal with negative reactions or negative feedback. So first of all, congratulations. You're here, you're seeing this video, you must be on the team by now. So I wanted to make this to really reach out and share a little bit about mindset and how to first set your intentions on the goals you have. So whatever your goal is, coming on board or starting your own home-based business or personal development, you're watching this video because you wanted to obviously improve the conditions you're in right now. Whatever it is you may be doing, at the time of me filming this, I have no idea who this may reach or what you may be doing. So I'm making this because a lot of people just don't understand people that, like you, want to improve their current conditions. People are so stuck in 1980 where the best opportunity is to go get a job and work that for 40 years. So by you going out of your way to invest in your self-development, to invest in your home-based business, to invest in whatever it is that you're doing right now in your life, it's important to not let any other people's intentions affect yours. Because when you set the proper intention and you give that all of your attention, the results are limitless. So when you're starting out in anything, doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're in business or not, when you start out with anything and you're setting an intention, it's important to make sure that you give it attention, because attention blossoms with your intentions. Does that make sense? So when you're setting your intentions, one thing to keep in mind, whatever it is that you're doing, is that you need to be not in a state where you're expecting instant gratification, because nothing happens overnight. Overnight successes took time to build, and I promise you that. I spent countless hours, weeks, days, years to be able to have the knowledge to put together these videos for you to be able to watch this and take notes. Hopefully you have your notes, right? To take notes on what we're talking about. So just keep in mind, when you're starting out in anything and you're setting your own new intentions, it's important to not expect it to happen overnight. If you expect that and you're starting out in anything and you're expecting instant gratification, you're setting yourself up for disaster. So when you're setting your goals, you're setting your intentions, make sure it's scalable. So make sure your first intention is to make your first sale, to make your first contact, to make your first live stream video. Set your intention where it's scalable to your end result. So if your end result is to make $10,000 this month, make a scalable intention where your intention today is to reach out to 25 people and talk to them. Or your intention today is to make sure you go live and generate leads from that live video. Make sure that your intentions are realistic with what your end goal is. Because if your immediate intention is to make $10,000 and that's all you're thinking about is just, I need to make 10 grand, I need to make $10,000. It's not going to happen because you're expecting it to happen. It's going to happen because you put in small efforts continuously that build up to a $10,000 work effort. Because there's no one thing anyone can do to generate $10,000. It just doesn't happen like that. Big rewards, big results happen from the continuous effort of small actions. So make sure you don't expect things to happen overnight. I just can't stress that enough. So another thing, guys, is preparing your mindset to actually make these things happen. Because in just the way society's trained, we're just trained to be employees. I mean, if you look at everyone that ever had a straight A in school, they're model students. Everyone's talking them up to be the best successes. But there's been a lot of reports done where A students work for C students and B students work for the government. So it's important that you don't let society mold you into what they're trying to make you do. Because oftentimes your friends, your family, they're a little uncomfortable with you stepping out of the normal of what's going on today, which is, go to school, go to college, get a job, work that for 40 years, 40 hours a week, and then retire on 40% of your income. I mean, I personally don't feel like that's realistic anymore. I just really don't. So don't let society tell you how to run your life. Because if you let that happen, you're going to work the 40-40 plan, which is 40 years of work, 40 hours a week to retire on 40% of your income. That's just not something that I personally liked the idea of. So when you're setting your mindset up for success, keep in mind that people are going to call you crazy. People are going to go tell you get a real job. They're going to say, what about the benefits? It's important to not let that get into you, because I guarantee you once you're making enough money, benefits are the least of your worries, because they're really not that expensive once you start making, consistent income online. You guys can make a lot of money online, and you guys just have no idea at what you can really do. So I'm proud of you guys for taking action, and just as you're setting up your mindset, just prepare it. Build your steel fortitude up in your mind that you're going to get negative feedback and not to let that affect you. Having that positive mindset day in and day out is what's going to bring your results to fruition, because you really do bring about what you think about. If you don't believe in your core that you're going to make things happen, I promise you never will. And if you never take action on those beliefs that you're going to make it happen, you won't make it happen, because your dream doesn't work if you don't work on it. It's really simple, So build your mindset to be positive and just reflect off all of that negative feedback. So a lot of times you're going to get some negative feedback and you're not going to know how to respond to it. So when you get that negative feedback, because it will come, I want you to be ready for it. When that negative feedback comes, just acknowledge their, negativity. Just say, hey, I don't know why you got to be so negative. I'm trying to build something here. I respect your opinion, but please respect mine. That's something you can say. Another thing is, I hope you're ready to get bankrupt because your home-based business is going to screw you over. It's like, well, I respect your opinion, but I'm trying something out here, and I'd appreciate it, if you, let me do what I'm doing. Or that's just off the top of my head. I respect your opinion, but guys, it's 2017. If you ever want to join us in 2017, let me know, because home-based businesses are everywhere. They're not going away. Or, something like that. Something along the lines of where you're acknowledging their opinion, but you're asserting your own personal beliefs to be what you're going to stick with. Because on Facebook, for example, say you make a post, and like I was talking with Francisco, one of our team members, this is in my inner circle. He made a post the other day. It was a very simple post. It wasn't salesy, and he had said, what's your biggest challenge in your home-based business? So the intent there people would tell him what's wrong, so he can actually share some of our strategy with them to help them. His intention was to help people with that post, but the connotation of it, people just thought that he's trying to sell stuff. So see, that's nothing Francisco did wrong, but he had all kinds of negative feedback because of other people, because they've been programmed by society to believe that anything outside of a job is a scam. So, there are those people out there, and you can't just let their opinions affect your beliefs, because your beliefs are more important than their opinions. So what I told Francisco is what I'm telling you now. Just acknowledge their opinions and just politely disagree. Because on Facebook, for example, people are going to see how you respond to that, because that's more important than what that guy said. Sure, that's negative. It might, hurt your feelings for a little bit, depending on how sensitive you are. But it's important to respond, because if you don't respond, you're just going to let that sit there, and that's going to be the last impression that's left. So if you respond to that and say, hey, buddy, it's 2017, home-based businesses are everywhere. They work, and I'm trying to build mine. So if you want to join us in 2017, let me know, So feel free to just, say whatever you want to say, but just acknowledge their opinion, and respectfully disagree with them. That's as simple as that. So when people see you take that response back, that just sends off a whole level of maturity, first of all, because anyone that just publicly comments on something of yours, just blatantly hating on it, is obviously immature and doesn't really deserve our acknowledgement. But it's important to respond respectfully, because that shows how mature and leader figure like of you are. I didn't say that right, just rolled off my tongue. But it's important to, be that authority figure in the social media space. So as you are, branding yourself on social media, as you're creating your audience on social media, and as you're, establishing your presence, your authority in the marketplace, there will be people that challenge you. So when these people challenge you, it's very important not to just go off on them, because that can destroy a lot. It's really easy to say anything. It's a lot harder to take it back. So just, if something comes at you the wrong way on one of your posts on social media, for example, it's important to just take a moment, think about it, cool down if it got you all hot and bothered, but make sure that you respond by acknowledging their opinion and respectfully disagreeing, and then asserting your own personal beliefs. So it goes back to the first step, guys. You got to set your intentions. If you share your intention with someone, that's giving your intention attention. So now you've asserted that this is what you're working on. So then you're going to share your mindset and say, this is what you believe. This is what I'm working on. This is what I want to do. This is why I believe I can do it. And then respectfully just assert your authority by saying, dude, it's 2017 by the time I'm making this video today. And if you want to join us, the home-based businesses aren't going anywhere. You're just missing out on opportunities, and I'm sorry you feel that way. So guys, this has just been a little bit about mindset, setting your intentions, and how to respond to that negative feedback. I made this video, keep in mind, because I want you to be prepared to experience the negative feedback, because it will come. There's no avoiding it. It's going to be there. So be ready for it. Set your intentions, determine your beliefs, and learn how to respond to negative feedback and anticipate that negative feedback, because it's coming, guys. So be great. You guys can do it. I believe in you. You guys, I'm sure you're connected to me by now if you're watching this video. If you aren't connected with me yet, go to facebook.com/workwithtravisbailey.com. We're working on a lot of things right now, guys. We're setting up multiple streams of income for everyone. If you want to know more about how you can get started making money online, if you found this video by just stroke of luck and you're not associated with my team, you're not in my inner circle, you've never even heard of me, you might just be watching this and you're like, who is this guy? My name's Travis Bailey. I live in Patterson, California. I'm in my office right now. And guys, you can do it. I believe in you. Get yourself a mentor, whether it's me or not, that'll help you cut the learning curve, because the online opportunities, guys, are insane. And once you know how to tap into them, the possibilities are limitless. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you took some notes. If you didn't, go back to the beginning right now and take some notes. I'll talk to you guys later.